Right, buddy. Manchester United obviously in need of a midfielder, and I want to talk about a potential option that has been linked with Manchester United in the past few weeks, and it goes by the name of Alex Scott. Now, we're getting to have a conversation, talk about him as a potential midfield candidate, and yeah, let's talk. So, Alex Scott is 22. He currently plays for Bournemouth in the Premier League, and he's someone who has impressed Manchester United as they obviously look for viable midfielders. Now, he has a contract with Bournemouth until 2028. He plays in the midfield position, most prominently in the defensive midfield position, and he's someone that United have identified as a cheaper option that they could potentially bring in this summer. Now, he's obviously played at Bristol, currently at the Premier League, a few years left on a deal. Now, Bournemouth are going to lose a lot of sort of players this season. They've already lost Semenyo. They'll probably lose Krupi Jr., potentially a Tyler Adams, potentially a Jimenez. Senesi's going. They've already lost the manager. And potentially Alex Scott could be someone that goes. Now, for me, Alex Scott is a very, very good option as sort of a backup to Kobbie Mainoo and sort of a side to your big two midfielders that you bring in. And he's someone who, listen, they probably cost you, what, 20, 30 million pounds? Potentially 40 at a max. I think that's a decent price. If you watch him, he's very, very good on the ball. He's got a lot of potential. He's got a very similar sort of profile to Kobbie Mainoo, I'd say. And he's someone that United could potentially bring in. Now, if you're looking at his impact for Bournemouth this season and what his sort of main traits are, if you look at his sort of games this season, for 33 matches for Bournemouth, he started 30 out of those 33. He's got 3 goals and 1 assist in that time, and he does play regular 90 minutes. In the last 5 games, he's played 90 minutes in every single game, and he did have a really impressive performance, I thought. Actually, in the last 10 games, 11, like a lot of the games, he's played a lot of minutes, and he's had very, very good displays. He was a man of the match in the game against Arsenal. He had a very good game against United. He is just a very, very good footballer, and what makes him stand out for me is like his composure on the ball. He's such an elegant football player, and he's someone who, I'm not saying United are missing that in the midfield, because I think Mainoo is very, very composed on the ball, but we also have sort of, you need more profiles and qualities and just more players. We've seen the limitation of Mainoo, and we know when he gets injured, you need someone who can bring in. And I think having a profile that, listen, Mainoo comes out, you bring in Alex Scott, they are two very, very good profiles and similar profiles. And if you look at some of his stats, if you look at sort of his passing, 84%, 84.6% successful passes, accurate long balls 41%, successful crosses 13%. So his passing isn't the greatest, and I think that's something that he can definitely improve on. He is still only so young, being 22. He is a year older than Kobbie Mainoo, so he does have a bit more experience than him. But I definitely think he does need a lot of development, which you can see, but the potential is definitely there. Now, in terms of dribbles, 55.1% accuracy. He wins 57% of his duels, 57% of his aerial duels. He has 62 touches a game, which is all right for his sort of metric and his position. He's really, really dispossessed. Defensively, 12 defensive contributions per game, which is very, very good. 2 tackles, 1.15 interceptions. So he's someone who is quite on the percentile in that, and I think his ability is fantastic. Now, is he what Manchester United need? That's something that you have to talk about. You're looking at Ugarte leaving, you're looking at Casemiro leaving, you're looking at Mainoo staying. So effectively, United need 3 midfielders. 1 backup for Kobbie Mainoo and 2 number 6s to come in. Now, I would actually say, though, if you are going to bring in Alex Scott, he would play in the number 6. He wouldn't. I know he plays more box to box for Bournemouth, but he is, for me, a better number 6 than he is a number 8. And I think if you bring in Anderson and you have him competing, that's very, very good. Now, then, that does beg the question, though. He can also play in the number 8 position, which is someone that he'll be competing with Kobbie Mainoo. So, the 3 midfielders for me that United would go out and get in my dream, it'd be Anderson, probably Tchouaméni, now that we've been linked with him, and it's close. I still haven't made my mind up. It's between Alex Scott and Mateus Fernandes. They are the 2 that I definitely consider getting. I think Alex Scott is definitely attainable this summer, and he could potentially be an option United look at. But let me know your thoughts. That's just been a quick conversation about him. He's 22, has a contract till 2028. He's someone that United have apparently taken an interest in this season. He's had a very good season with Bournemouth, and they're doing relatively well, and he's someone that has impressed. I'm sure there will be a lot of Premier League clubs interested. You know, your Man Cities, they're losing quite a few midfielders. They could potentially be losing Rodri. They're definitely losing Bernardo Silva, so they need someone who can come in, and I'm sure he is that City level calibre of player. Then you've got like João Gomez, Tyler Adams and Purdue. Like, there's a lot of players out there. Alex Scott is just someone I thought I had a conversation about. He has a lot of good things about him, a lot of potential, and he's someone I definitely look to bring in. But let me know your thoughts.